again, it's like the more I record onto video, the more there is to go through. And then I'm also integrating all these different aspects of things in my mind and in dreams, and there's the question of the layouts. But then even with that, like if I go and spend some time working on layouts, it's like that's time taken from thrashing against this web bug or trying to figure out how to communicate and scream for help and get help with this web bug, or just make money where I can actually have money again. And it's like it goes back to spending habits. And even now it's like I find myself even consciously thinking about it and paying attention to the decisions I'm coming up with. And it's like, I mean, that's the thing, is people don't just make decisions, they come up with them, they bubble up a lot of times. And it's like, I mean, it's like taking, like blowing money on 5-hour energy when it's like potentially an interaction with Richie is like more of a jolt, or some kind of content interaction is more of a jolt. But then it's like which content, and it like switches up which content is effective at being a source of stimulation. And then it's like, how does this tie into not just stimulation, but actually learning to use the different mental processes at my disposal, and paying attention to the things to pay attention to, and the scheduling, and then it goes back into feeling horrible at times about different things, and then digging into the past and remembering like times like with doing the dishes, like living with my mom in like 2003. It's like not doing the dishes, it's like and it's like her approach of just this sort of like hypercritical approach without listening, and all this stuff is part of the problem. And it's like, I mean, this gets into like attachment figures, and the idea that one isn't limited to just one's parents as attachment figures. You can learn, you can connect and relate to other people, even like with music or television shows, or actual human beings, and like in person and stuff. And this gets into the role of cognitive technology again. And it's like content as a tool that can be utilized. But then it's like there's the importance of stepping back and recognizing where these different aspects of functioning come from, and so on. And again, it gets into like what I was talking about this morning, where there's this, it's like mental models, there's this concept of statistical psychiatry, and then it's like I've spent so many years like looking for answers in the statistical psychiatry where that wasn't it. But I mean, even like flow and so on, like I knew about that concept years ago, and it's like it gets into how do you go beyond just like watching a talk or reading a book, and like how does that tie up into actual connections and interaction and so on. They don't just amount to just walking away from everything and causing problems for people. So I'll leave it at that.